and today I have a haul for you. Now, based off the title of this video, it is not just going to be a haul on what I got at Bookcon, but also I recently went to a book signing at Books of Wonder where Sarah Dessen was releasing her new book Once and For All, and Jenny Han and Jennifer E. Smith were also there, and I got a lot of books signed at this signing, and I also got some swag, and I also took a trip to the Strand, and I got some ARCs there as well. So, a lot of things I want to show you today. I'm just gonna get into it. I know I haven't been around, I haven't really addressed that. Terrible at filming and uploading during the semester. I get the most work done during the winter and the summer, if you haven't noticed that already, but I'm back again and I'm here to produce a lot more content now. The only thing that really has changed is my hair, so that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna dive into this haul right now. First, I'm going to show you all the books that I either got ARCs of, or that I bought, or that I got signed. And then after that, I'm going to show you all the different goodies I got at Bookcon, so I'm just going to get into it right now. The first book I have to show you today is Heating and Cooling, and this is 52 Micro Memoirs by Beth Ann Fennelly, or Fennelly, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I don't really know much about this little book right here, but I do know that it is a collection of memoirs that plays with prose and like the different formatting of prose, and I just picked this up off of one of the tables because I thought it might be interesting. I'm not really a big fan of nonfiction, I just don't really read it a lot, but I thought why not get into it, especially with the idea of prose, because I just took a prose poetry class this past semester, and so I've really been interested in the different types of ways you can work with prose, so that's why I got this. And this little book here comes out in October of 2017. Next book I have to show you was one that I was really excited to get. I spent a long time online waiting for this book, and I also got it signed, and that is Genuine Fraud by E. Lockhart. I love E. Lockhart, I love her writing. We Were Liars was absolutely amazing. I was so excited to get this book. Here we have it signed with my name along with E. Lockhart's signature, and also a couple stamps. One from We Were Liars that says be a little kinder than you have to be, and another one that says nothing but trouble and proud of it. That one is from Genuine Fraud. I love E. Lockhart's writing style, but the thing about it is that her stories don't really have a distinct plot that you can describe to people unless you read it. I actually started reading this book. I'm more than halfway through it now, if you can see. I am up to page 179. It's really a short book. It's about like 250 pages or so, but it's very interesting. It's not what I expected it to be, but I'm just going to read the description on the back because that's really the only way I can think of to explain it, so here we go. Imogen is a runaway heiress, an orphan, a cook, and a cheat. Jewel is a fighter, a social chameleon, and an athlete. An intense friendship, a disappearance, a murder, or maybe two, a bad romance, or maybe three. Blunt objects, disguises, blood and chocolate, the American dream, superheroes, spies, and villains, a girl who refuses to give people what they want from her, a girl who refuses to be the person she once was. Now, if that's not typical mysterious E. Lockhart, then I don't know what is, but I'm really enjoying it so far, so I think you guys, when it comes out, you should really pick this up, and this comes out in September of 2017. Next ARC I have to show you is probably my most anticipated ARC to get at Bookcon. I know that I was really excited about Genuine Fraud, but this is the one that I had to get, and it took me a couple tries to get it too, because you had multiple chances to get certain ARCs throughout Bookcon on Saturday and Sunday, so if you missed your chance once, you would be able to get it another time if you could. And this book is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I'm so excited about this book. I love Adam, I love his writing. I've met him a couple times now, and I was really hyped to get this, and this comes out in September. Also, a lot of good books are going to come out in September in this fall, so really keep your eye out. But I'm really excited about this one just because the concept sounds so interesting. In this world, you get a phone call on the day that you're going to die. People know you're going to die, and you get a phone call saying, hey, this is the day, in the next 24 hours, just get your shit together so you can prepare because you're going to die now. And there is this app that people download on their die day, where people who are going to die in the same day come together so they can meet up and spend their last day together. It is about these two characters, Mateo and Rufus, and they meet on this app and they get together because they're both dying on the same day and just spending the last day together. And of course, typical Adam, this sounds heartbreaking, and you know they're gonna fall in love, but then they're both gonna die because that's what it literally says on the cover of the book. So there's no spoilers there, but I really cannot wait to get to this very, very soon. And can we just say the cover is so beautiful, just Next book I have, I wasn't really looking for it, but when it came upon me and I read the premise, it sounded so interesting, and that book is She, Myself, and I by Emma Young. And I just think this concept is very interesting, and this book comes out this September. I'm just gonna tell you what this is about. So She, Myself, and I is about two girls, Rosa and Sylvia. The gist of the story is Rosa is a quadriplegic and Sylvia is brain dead, and so because of both of their misfortunes, Rosa ends up having this surgery and they take her brain and put it into Sylvia's body. I know, very crazy, but also very interesting, and this sounds like a very upsetting story, but just the concept behind it of taking someone's brain and putting it into another body and seeing how it affects them is just very intriguing, and I want to see where this goes. But I want to read the last part of this description because this is what's having me interested. It says, Rosa's fascination with her new body and her desire to understand Sylvia prompt a road trip based on self-discovery and a surprising new romance. But will Rosa be able to solve the dilemma of her identity? Who is she in another girl's body? So this is just, I think, based off of this, a journey of self-discovery and figuring out who you are, especially when you're not in your own body anymore, and I think this is going to be a very inspiring read too, so I'm really excited to get to it soon. The next book I had was just lying on the floor at Bookcon, and I just picked it up because why not? It's a James Patterson novel actually, and it's called Expelled. I've never read anything by James Patterson, but this kind of sounds interesting. It's about four teenagers, Sasha, Theo, Jude, and Parker, and all of them have been expelled from their school. And what's interesting about the back of this is it says all of them have a dark secret, and it's not the one they were expelled for. So there's a lot of mystery and intrigue with that from what I know of James Patterson. Oh, and it's also by Emily Raymond, sorry. So this is a co-author written kind of thing going on, so that's interesting. I'm kind of interested to read about it. I haven't really had any interest in James Patterson's work before, but this one I might want to get into, so maybe I'll get to this soon, who knows. Oh, and I forgot to say when Expelled comes out. It comes out October 23rd. It has a distinct date. The next book I have is the last arc I got at Bookcon. I didn't really get a lot, as you can see. It was my first Bookcon, and so I just was enjoying myself and just, I guess, learning the ropes. So maybe next year I'll have a lot more to show you, but I got 6 arcs total this year. I think I did a pretty good job, but the one I have today is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Cruel Prince comes out in January, actually, so I have a ways away before this comes out. So this sounds interesting because it is about a girl named Jude, and when she's 7 years old, her parents are murdered, and her 2 sisters are abducted and taken to this fairy court, and now they're surrounded by these fairies. And it's interesting because even though she was captured by these fairies, now, growing up, she wants nothing more than to be accepted by these fairies and simulate into their lifestyle, even though fairies hate humans more than anything. That's really all I know about this so far, but I don't think I'm going to read this until it comes out because I really wanted to get a copy of Warcross by Marie Lu, and I've never read anything by Holly Black, so I'm not as invested as other people to read this book, but I love Marie Lu and I love her writing style. I've read her Legend series. I read the first book. I still have to read the other 2, but I'm really interested in Warcross, so I went online and I wanted to see if anybody was interested in training this for Warcross, and somebody did reach out to me, and so I will be training this book very soon for Warcross. The reason I really want it so bad is 1, because I love Marie Lu, and also 2, because people are describing it as very similar to Ready Player One, and as you know, that is my all-time favorite book, so I was automatically intrigued. But this still sounds good, and I think I really want to read it when it actually comes out, just not right now. Now we're going to move on to the books I bought at Bookcon. The first one I have here today is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I already have the hardcover of Carry On and I've read it and I love it, but I went to the Rainbow Rowell signing at Bookcon on Saturday and a purchase was required. You were allowed to get 3 books signed along with the book that you purchased. So I already owned all of Rainbow's books, so I thought why not get Carry On, the paperback edition, because it's a different cover than the hardcover and it's just beautiful and I love it so much and it's so pretty and I loved Rainbow. She's amazing and I got it signed. I also got 2 other books by her signed, a copy of Eleanor and Park, and in here we have Kayla Loves Park, which was very cute, and then in Fangirl I got my copy of Fangirl signed because this book means so much to me and I told her so. I actually own a necklace with the cover of Fangirl on it and she complimented me on it, which I was very excited about. But in here she put Magic Kayla, like Magic Hath, which I got very excited about. So yes, those were the 3 books I got signed by Rainbow. She's amazing. It was awesome. And then another book that I bought where it was a signing and a purchase was required was Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I was so excited. I went to Cassie's signing on Sunday. Along with this book, I got a copy of City of Bones signed. It was absolutely amazing. This is the second time I've met Cassie and she's just so wonderful. Here it is signed, and then I had Lord of Shadows personalized to me for Kayla, Cassie Clare. And the thing is, I've already read this book. I mentioned this in my vlog, my day 2 vlog of Bookcon, but the day before Lord of Shadows came out, my friend Pietra, who has been in my previous videos, she sent me a PDF of Lord of Shadows that's been circulating online, and I was able to download it and read it on my phone while I was on vacation in Turks and Caicos because I left for vacation the day that Lord of Shadows came out. Because I knew in advance that I had to buy Lord of Shadows, or at least make a purchase, and one of them had to be Lord of Shadows, the book that you were getting signed. So I wasn't going to have one copy and then have to buy another one at Bookcon because I own all of Cassie's other books. So I read the entirety of Lord of Shadows on my phone and so many feelings. I really think I might do a book talk on this because there's so many things I want to talk about in this book. And I told Cassie so. I said, you know what? I was upset with the ending, but I respected you for it, and that's all I'm gonna say. No spoilers, don't worry guys, but just I'm telling you, be prepared because this is the doozy, and then you're gonna have to wait 2 years for the last book in the Dark Artifice to come out, so yeah. But what's interesting about this is on the inside of the dust jacket, you have all the new runes that have been featured in the upcoming books. A lot of the ones that Clary has created herself, and it's just hilarious because we have the birth control rune right here, and it's great. So yeah. And the last book I bought at Bookcon was on Sunday. Usually near the end of the day on Sunday, publishers and everyone are trying to get rid of all the books that they brought to Bookcon, and so a lot of the books go on sale. And one of the books I got was Labyrinth Lost by Zarita Cordova. I got this book for $10, and it is a hardcover, and it is beautiful. So I was really excited to get this book because I've heard nothing but good things about it from my friends, especially Sydney and Lily. They keep telling me to read it because it's awesome. And what really sold me on this was the inside flap. It says, "Nothing says happy birthday like summoning the spirits of your dead relatives." So yeah, I think I'm gonna like this one. Also, there is LGBT rep in this book. I believe it is also an Own Voices novel. Don't take my word for it, but I believe Zarita is a bisexual, and so is the main character, Alex. And the final books I have to show you from Bookcon were books that I also brought, because the last signing I went to, or really the second one, which was on Saturday, was the Morgan Matson signing. And Morgan Matson is my favorite contemporary author. I love her so much. Her books mean so much to me. And I was also able to bring 3 books to get signed. A purchase wasn't required, so that was good. But I got my copies of Everything signed. Then this one was personalized. I also had Amy and Roger's Epic Detour signed right here, and my copy of Since You've Been Gone. Here it is. But the thing is, when I read Since You've Been Gone a couple years ago, I kind of botched my copy somehow. Wow, I read it like 3 years ago. But Yeah, this happened like a week after I bought this book, and I hope that she didn't notice. But just, I love this book. I didn't mean to hurt it at all. Yes, that was very exciting. That is it for the books. Moving on to all my bookish goodies. So the first thing I want to show you real quick, just because, is my Bookcon lanyard and badge, because it's the first one I've ever gotten. Here are my badges, and here is my lanyard. Here are all the buttons I got. I have a bunch from Owl Crate. I have the Owl Crate little owl. I have one that says Chapter Raptor from Owl Crate. I have, this one says I like books. This one says somebody shove a book in my face now. And then I also got another button that is actually very special because it says my first Bookcon, because it was my first Bookcon and I was so excited. And one more pin I got, this was near the end of the day Sunday, and I was just grabbing different pins here and there. And this one is a book, When It's Real by Aaron Watt. I have no idea what it's about. I don't know anything, but I got a button for it. But the first actual goodie I want to show you, I was very, very excited about, and this is at the Shadowhunters booth, and that was a exclusive Lord of Shadows poster. I don't know if you can see it all, but this is the wild hunt scene from the book, and it's so pretty! And as you can see, I also got this signed by Cassie, so that was very special, and this is just gorgeous. I also got another copy of the poster for my friend who also reads the books. So yeah, that was cool. And along with this poster, we were given Shadowhunters postcards. More specifically, characters from the Dark Artifices featured on these postcards. And I must say, I can't show you them all, but they are absolutely gorgeous, and it really gave the poster a run for its money because they're so beautiful, and they're illustrated by Audrey San Juan, so she did an amazing job. So we have Emma here, we have Christina, like they're all so great. Kieran, like beautiful, beautiful work, and I'm so happy I get to have these in my collection. I also got an extra copy for my friend along with the poster, so yes, it's so exciting. Now I can put these along with my tarot cards and have them all nice and pretty. Next thing I want to show you are the tote bags I got. I only got 3 tote bags, but I think it did a pretty good job. This one people were just randomly handing out, and it says, "May your song guide you home, the vinyl trilogy." I guess this is a book series. I haven't heard of it, but this is the tote that I carried most of my stuff in the whole time at Bookcon. I brought my Infernal Devices tote, but it was actually too small for a lot of things. So this big one right here really helped me out, and I really like it. Next one I have is my Owl Crate bag. We're handing these out when you were online for the booth. They had this wheel that you would spin and get different goodies, but along with that you would get this free tote, and it's very simple. It has the owl on the front and #OwlCrate on the back, and I really like it. I love Owl Crate. I haven't been subscribed to them in a long time, but hopefully I will soon. I'm currently job hunting for the summer, so when I get some cash in, maybe I can subscribe again. And the last tote I have to show you is actually a really good quality one, and I've used this a couple times now going out, and this is the Underline tote bag, and it says tote books. And what's really cool is that it's very sturdy and it has a zipper. Not many totes have a zipper, and this one is really, really good. If you can't tell, this haul is going to be very out of order, and I apologize in advance, but while I'm on the topic of Owl Crate, I'm just going to show all the things I got from Owl Crate. I have an Owl Crate Junior bookmark that they were handing out. I took some Owl Crate stickers along with an I Heart Owl Crate sticker, and when I spun the wheel at the Owl Crate booth, what I received was a 2017 calendar, a Wanderlust calendar. Inside are very pretty illustrations for different classic books. So we have Peter Pan here, we have Alice in Wonderland, we have The Wizard of Oz, just a lot of beautiful, beautiful designs in here. And they're all shown on the back. And honestly, I have a couple calendars. I think I might just, cut out these images and just put them up somewhere because I just think they're too beautiful to just throw away. So I think that's what I'm going to do. There is also another wheel available to spin at the Bookish Box booth. Bookish Box is a monthly subscription where every month you receive a shirt, 3 to 5 home, beauty, and fashion items inspired by literary themes, which I thought was really cool. So when I spun the Bookish Box wheel, I received a pin, and it's a diversity pin. It says says share a book, create an ally, and on the pin it says read diverse. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very cute. Rainbow book. I love it. I can't wait. I love enamel pins. I've been trying to collect enamel pins recently, so this is good to have to my collection. And along with more enamel pins, I was so excited. Along with the poster and the postcards that you received at the Shadowhunters booth, you also got Angelic Rune enamel pins, and it has little shadows, the cover in here. And then along with that, when you were online for the Cassie signing, you got another rune pin, which I got Antidote, along with a little charm, I guess, for a necklace. You can't really see it, but it's in this little baggie. I don't want to open it yet, but this is the Fire Message rune, and then it says so on the back. So I can't wait to put this like on a necklace or a bracelet or something, because I make jewelry for myself. I don't know if you know this, so I can't wait to use this. I'm gonna get into the rest of the bookmarks I received. I got 3 other bookmarks. I got a We Were Liars Genuine Fraud bookmark when I was online for the E. Lockhart signing, and I also got a New World series bookmark by Jennifer Wilson. And then another one that was just lying around that I picked up that I was kind of happy to get was the Zenith bookmark. So I'm glad to have this now. I did not get the Arc of Zenith, but I have the bookmark. And the last kind of bookmark slash not bookmark thing I have, which I was kind of excited about, was another New World series inspired thing. And it is a thing that you put on your door, and because this is for the doorknob, and it says, "Go away, I am reading." And I'm definitely going to be using this in the future. Now I'm going to show you all of the things that I got at the Sarah Dessen signing slash The Strand. So first things first, I'm going to show you Sarah Dessen's new book, Once and For All, and I got this signed to me, and I'm excited to read this book. It's about weddings. That's all I really know right now, but I love Sarah Dessen. I haven't read a Sarah Dessen book in a while, but in like middle school and like freshman year of high school, I read so many of her books, and they really helped me grow as a reader, and I really appreciate that. I just love her contemporary novels, and so along with that book, I brought my favorite book that I have read by her, and that is The Truth About Forever. Also personalized to me. Just go read it. It's amazing. You don't even need to know what it's about. Just go read it. And along with those, Jenny Han was there, and she's another author where I read her books, maybe it was like 7th, 8th grade, and again, those books really helped me grow as a reader. Both of these authors that I met at this signing meant so much to me, so it was so exciting to meet them. And I got 6 books signed by Jenny. So I'm not going to show you the inside of them because that'll take a long time, but I got her entire summer series signed and her entire To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy. So I have them both signed fully, and I'm so excited. And what also is really great that you received at the signing from Jenny Han was a To All the Boys I've Loved Before nail decals, and they're so cute. I can't really show them right now, but have coffee, we have images of Lara Jean, bows, roses, hearts, like it's all cute girly things, and that like symbolizes everything about Jenny and her books. So I'm so excited to have these and put them on my nails soon. And finally, we're getting down to the wire. This is like 40 minutes now by my calculation. This is great. I also took a trip to the Strand that day for the Jenny Han, Sarah Dessen, Jennifer E. Smith signing, and I found 2 really cool arcs in the art section, and I believe these were available at Bookcon, but I could not find them there. So the first one I have is The Unlikelies by Carrie Firestone, and this just sounds really cool. It sounds like just a very nice summer read. So The Unlikelies is about a senior in high school, Sadie, and the summer, I believe after her senior year of high school, she's expecting a boring summer, but through a series of events, she saves a baby, and the video goes viral online. Suddenly, Sadie is this internet sensation, and then she is introduced to the other local heroes in her town, and together, the 5 of them start righting the wrongs of other people and I guess fighting crime, but not really, just doing good deeds. It's really sounds like a really cute read, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And this book had already come out this month. I'm not sure when. I mean, June is still going on, so it might not have come out yet, but I probably am going to get to this very soon. Next book I have to show you is The Ready-Made Thief by Augustus Rose, and this comes out on August 1st. This is another arc I found at the Strand, and I know that this one was at Bookcon because my friends told me so. I just haven't seen it. And this kind of sounds like a thriller mystery kind of thing, which I'm not used to reading, but this also piques my intrigue. It's about a 17-year-old named Lee Cuddy, and she is on the run on the streets of Philadelphia. After taking the fall for a rich friend in a crime that they committed, Sadie takes refuge in this place called the Crystal Castle, which is a place where a group of teenage runaways reside, and I guess they're just squatting there. But I guess a lot of mystery and crime and bad things happen, and I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's hard to explain, but I don't know. It sounds pretty good to me, so we'll see what happens. And the last book I have to show you today, I was very excited about. I wasn't planning on buying it, but I did. I bought it at the Strand for $9, and it's a hardcover, and it is More of Me by Catherine Evans. My friends found this in the sci-fi fantasy section, and if you know me, I love sci-fi more than anything, and this premise just sounds so cool and unique. So this book is about a girl named Teva, and on the surface it seems that she has like the perfect teenage life. She has the perfect boyfriend, she has a lot of friends, the whole shebang. But the thing is, her sisters that she has in her family are not her sisters at all. Actually, her parents have been cloning her since she was young, so all these sisters she has are actually clones of herself at various stages in her life. And if that doesn't sound awesome to you, then I don't know what is. I can't wait to read this, and I don't know much more else about this, but just by that explanation alone, I really want to read this soon. Okay, finally, that is all I have for you today. This was a very, very long haul. I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but I shall try, and this will be up very soon. But for now, this is me signing off, and I will see you sooner rather than later with a new video for sure. Bye!